The request before you is to amend the future land use map designation of the subject property from commercial and low-density residential to high-density residential. Here is the site plan of the property for the concurrent rezoning request, which will be discussed in detail following this case. Here are some elevations that the applicant has provided to staff.
Okay, so this is a public hearing. Any persons who wish to come to speak in favor of the request, including the applicant, will have a collective total of 10 minutes.
We feel it's a good project. The property's already zoned multifamily as it is. We're just rounding it out and cleaning up the zoning.
Thank you. Okay, if we have anyone here in opposition of the request.
And even with the widening of Highway 20, it's not going to really widen from this location. So even if they add 2 more lanes where we're at, they're not adding any more lanes down there where they're going to put a Chick-fil-A drive-through, another gas station. All that area is too congested to take any more traffic. It's just too much for that area. You have Hampton Point, Sable Chase. We have a neighborhood across the street from us.
And I know we've talked about what we cannot talk about as far as traffic and things like that. But one of the things I want you all to consider when we're adding so many apartments to such a condensed small space over such a short period of time without the proper infrastructure in place is the caliber of individuals that are coming to our communities. But when you start to cram so many different apartments into an area where the road structure is not in place, what happens is frustration. If you continue to do this, we don't want Jonesboro Road to turn into Terra Boulevard.
And this is a bad movement. I can't wake up. Come on, let's wake up here. The drawings are beautiful. They tell you what you want to hear, and then we're stuck. So no more apartments in District 5, please. Thank you.
So
where is this at on?
It's on 2081.
I know, but I'm saying, where is the development on the map?
that is shaded in green.
The shaded green area? Okay.
And that hatched mark, that's correct.
Okay.
So
you got apartments on both sides of this development?
that is correct.
Okay, so you cannot talk from the floor from the public, okay? Call for a motion to approve the comp plan AM 22-11.
I move to approve.
It's a tie vote, so you can either do a motion to table or a motion to deny.
Okay. Motion to table.
I move to table.
Okay. Okay. When do you want to table it to?
April 18th.
Okay. Motion to table to April 18th.
Yeah, because you can't do the second without.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. We might not be.
But that vote is a motion that's done, so it's going. This is a motion.
Okay, with that motion, I think we'll move on to the rezoning request.
Did we do the rezoning if we didn't change the?
Rezoning. Can we? Without the.
At the very least.
You have to call for it because it was advertised.
Okay.
So you do have to call for it.
Okay. All right. RZ 21-38.
East Sutherland of Forest Park, Georgia, requested rezoning from RN multifamily residential, OI office institutional, C1 neighborhood commercial, and M1 light manufacturing for property located north of Highway 2081 west. Here are some elevations that were provided from the applicant to staff.
You said what?
I'd like to table it.
Okay, you want to table to the 18th? Okay. Can I get a motion to table it to the 18th?
I move to table.
I'm sorry. Because you've already started the public hearing, you have to finish it if there's anyone in opposition.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
so I would really, really appreciate it if you all were strongly considering denying this because of the fact that when I go in that area, that's a 2-lane street. I really am concerned about, the decreased property value. This District 5 area, it is becoming inundated with apartment complexes. And where we felt very safe here I've been here for 17 years now, it's starting to change. And again, I think what's going to happen is you're looking at, as board members, looking at losing the caliber of people that you have because we're going to go someplace where it's safe. We just
Got a motion to table it to April 18th. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to amend the ordinance and direct staff to comply with ULDC 12.2.11 requirements for amendments to the ULDC. And can I get a motion? I made the motion. Can I get a second?
The second part is ZAB or Board of Commissioners.
The second part is, the first part is ZAB, second part is BOC. All in favor? Those that are opposed? This is to amend the...
What you're trying to move,
to direct staff for ordinance changes to the ULDC. A lot of stuff.
Oh, but we don't have anyone. Do we have a list of them?
Okay.
What's the ordinance amendment that you're asking us to
it's a
bring
Okay,
forward?
12.2.11. It's not on the, along with the other stuff that we are addressing as well.
Do you know what 12.211 is? I don't know that off the top of my head. Okay.
All right, Chapter 12, Section 120211 is titled Requirements for ULDC, Amendments to the ULDC. Is the intent to change that section, or is it in accordance with that section?
In accordance with it, I want to get with staff to be able to review it and make any necessary changes to it.
12.211, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was what.
Right, but we'll bring it back to everyone, but I just need to direct staff to be, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair.
Okay.
I don't think I'm clear on your request. So that section of the code is for amendments to the code. Are you wanting staff to make amendments to that section?
To make, I guess, some amendment changes. So is that something that we can bring? Can we get with staff? Do I have to do this on a motion, Sherry, to direct staff to look at the ULDC and bring back recommendations for changes?
So you've got to be very specific. So that part of the code gives any member of the board the ability in a public meeting to direct staff to amend a code. We need to know which code section you want us to amend.
No, I'm not saying to bypass the zoning advisory board. I'm saying that it will go before the zoning advisory board. So like different procedures.
So we'll need to know specifically which one.
Right.
Okay.
Also, just FYI, there's no April ZAB meeting.
Huh? It's going to be when?
It'll be in May. The next one will be in May.
Okay.
So is there a particular ordinance you'd like for us to look at?
The zoning procedural law, is it 36?
Yes.
It's section 36? So, okay. Then
So no amendments necessary?
So I just need to make sure that we can get with staff to discuss, I guess, if we want it brought back before the board in a particular ULDC. So do we have to have a motion to do that?
But we need to know specifically what you want us to look at.
Okay, well, I don't have the ULDC in front of me, so I just need to make that motion to be able to, because we won't have another board meeting until April 18th. So I would like for staff to be able to look at stuff now, between now and April 18th, and then that way we can get it to all board members to review.
So tell us specifically what you want us to look at. And I hate to keep asking because it's the Unified Land Development Code has multiple chapters. And so are you looking specifically at development regulations? Are you
Development regulation and procedural law.
Okay. Is staff clear on the request? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, can somebody explain it to me and the board? I don't like this at all.
Can we make recommendations to staff once we've had, so based on what Toussaint has said?
I just want to make sure we're giving y'all the right information, and I don't think I'm clear. Staff says they're clear, but I'm not clear.
So development or various developments or zoning.
Let's do this. We're going to have to talk offline, so I can make sure I'm clear, because
Okay.
4-1.
I mean, it was, yeah.
Yeah, they voted, and I didn't, because I was confused.
It's 4-1.